Order the City of Apache Junction Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for Tuesday, January 28, 2020. It is now 7 p.m., and if everyone would please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please, Rudy.
Commissioner Hanchey.
Present.
Vice Chair Heck.
Present.
Commissioner Howard. Madam Chair, Commissioner Howard is not feeling well tonight. Commissioner Kreidler.
Here.
Commissioner McGraw.
Here.
Chairwoman Nesser.
Present.
Commissioner Uli.
Here.
6 present, we have a quorum, Madam Chair.
Okay, we'll move on to the next item, which is approval of the agenda. Can I have a motion for approval?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission accept the agenda as presented.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please, Rudy.
Commissioner Uli.
Yes.
Commissioner Hanchey.
Yes.
Vice Chair Heck.
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler.
Yes.
Commissioner McGraw.
Yes.
Chairwoman Nesser.
Yes.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Okay, we'll move on to approval of the minutes. For approval of the January 14, 2020 minutes. Can I have a motion?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission approve the minutes from the January 14th, 2020 regular meeting.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please, Rudy.
Chairwoman Nesser.
Yes.
Commissioner Uli.
Yes.
Commissioner Hanchey.
Yes.
Vice Chair Heck.
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler.
No.
Commissioner McGraw.
Yes.
5 in favor, motion passes, Madam Chair.
Okay, we'll move on to the public hearings. We have one tonight, a presentation, discussion, public hearing, and consideration of the proposed Apache Junction General Plan 2020 to 2050 legendary landscapes and lifestyles.
Good evening, Commission. For the record, my name is Sidney Rice, Senior Planner here on staff. Tonight I have a really short presentation. Today is the second mandatory public hearing on the general plan. At our last meeting, we presented the draft document to you, as you've been working so hard. We presented that at our last meeting. But also at our last meeting, we discussed that we had a number of really administrative edits that we wanted to make to the plan. And at that plan, we gave you guys a handout with a list of those. Tonight, we're just going to go briefly through those edits, and then that'll be it. We had a request from one of the council members to move the vision and mission forward in the plan, so it wasn't changed. It was just moved really to the first page after the table of contents. Originally, it was after the executive summary. And then we received some updated information from the U.S. Census Bureau and the American Community Survey regarding the ethnic composition. So that table in the first section of the plan was updated, table 1.3. And then also, we had a correction to the water and wastewater service area map. Due to the Queen Creek annexation, our boundaries changed at our southern border. So we just replaced the map that was identified a number of times in the document, so we just made that replacement. Lastly, we had a text correction in our land use element. Our land use element had a typo, and we corrected that typo. It's supposed to read, and has now been corrected, to read a 13 dwelling unit per acre minimum in the downtown district. And then lastly, as I just mentioned, there was a resolution between the town of Queen Creek and the city of AJ, I believe in 2015, and we mentioned language of that resolution in our intergovernmental agreement. But we have now changed that language to match the exact language that was in the resolution. So it just makes it a little bit more accurate. And that's really it from us, from staff. Overall, the document is the same with the exception of those edits. We're here tonight just so we could request a recommendation for the City Council.
Okay. Any questions for Sydney? Nobody? Nope. Boy, you're getting off easy. This is a public hearing. Does anyone in the public wish to make any comments? None? If Hearing none, I will close the public hearing and ask for a motion.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission recommend approval to the City Council of the 2020 General Plan.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please, Rudy?
Commissioner McGraw,
Yes.
Chairwoman Nesser,
Yes.
Commissioner Uli,
Yes.
Commissioner Hanshi,
Yes.
Vice Chair Heck,
Yes.
Commissioner Kreidler.
Yes.
So moved, Madam Chair. This will go to City Council on February 4th.
Okay, we'll move on to old business.
I just wanted
Yeah.
to jump in. Thank you for all the hard work you did on this document and following it through here. And we'll hopefully see what happens next Tuesday night at the council. They'll have a public hearing as well.
Okay. Any old business?
No, ma'am.
New business?
Nope.
Information and reports?
Nope.
Boy. We're gonna make a new record here. Director's report? Make it
No, I
short.
think we talked about last time at the next meeting, which we should have in a couple of weeks, we'll be talking about the election of chair and all that, so that's gonna be on there. One of the items that, I don't wanna have a long meeting, but, one item that you wanna think about maybe, we have a couple of new commissions that our office is staffing. One is the Public Arts Commission. They are meeting at 6 o'clock. So I'm just throwing it out there. Is there any, I don't know the historical rationale for meeting at 7, but if folks want to consider moving this to 6, if it affects your schedule, we're fine keeping it as is, but something to think about. It might still give people time to come home, get a snack, come to a meeting, but then get home earlier maybe too, so.
When
No.
would you like our answer?
You can give it to us, we can't discuss it tonight, it's just, I can bring it up apparently in the director's report. I just want, on the next agenda, might have just a discussion about it if you guys want to. If you want to leave it, we're happy to leave it. I just thought I know the Arts Commission's meeting at 6, we have another one I think that meets at 5, but I think 6 still gives them.
Library has always met at 6:30 and Parks and Rec at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so anyway, just something for you to think about. That's all I have, Madam Chair.
Okay. Selection of meeting dates, times, location, and purpose?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission hold a regular meeting on February 11th, 2020 at 7 PM in the City Council chambers located at 300 East Superstition Boulevard.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call vote?
Commissioner Kreidler,
Yes.
Commissioner McGraw,
Yes.
Chairwoman Nesser,
Yes.
Commissioner Uli,
Yes.
Commissioner Hanshi,
Yes.
Vice Chair Heck.
Yes.
So moved, Madam Chair.
Larry, the agenda doesn't say we're having, there's a call to the public. Do we not have that tonight?
We eliminated that on the agenda. If these folks have
Oh.
something to ask, we can certainly go meet with them in the audience, but
Okay.
we had the call to the public at this meeting. It's not required, as I understand it. The council does it, so if the council wants us to do something and someone wants to come to the call to the public, they can speak at the council meeting and the council can ask us to look into a matter, but
So
we
you-
took this off about, I want to say 2 years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
guess nobody ever comes, so that might.
We've had a couple people
Yeah.
come a couple of years ago, and maybe that's why we said it's not required by state law. But
vaguely
that way, this hasn't become a sounding board for that. If they're elected officials, they want to speak to them, they can come and do that there.
Okay, the only reason I ask is there's people here, so I
Well,
didn't
I'm
know
glad
if I
they're
should
here.
be
Appreciate
asking
them
them.
being here, but
Should we ask them if they want to speak?
we cannot
We
tonight.
cannot,
Cannot.
because it's not on the agenda. Okay. All right, then we'll adjourn this meeting at 10 minutes after 7. Unless anyone objects.